Should you fight an IRS's SFR if you're a W-2 employee? That's the question today. WW Bodywork 5582. If I'm W-2 and the IRS filed an SFR for me, does that mean I don't need to file those years that IRS did an SFR for me for? Right? An SFR is a substitute for return. That's when the IRS does your tax return for you. It's usually not very taxpayer friendly. They don't give you any credits, no deductions other than the standard deduction, etc. I've covered that in other videos. I'm behind like 7 years. It's only showing the last 3 years I need to file if that's the case. Okay, so it sounds like the IRS has maybe done SFRs for the last, not for the last 3 years, but for the previous 7 years. But they haven't done it for the last 3 years, and you're wondering if you should just file the last 3 years, or if you should file replacement returns for the SFRs for the previous years as well. Okay, do you absolutely need to file those other years? No, you don't absolutely need to. You can just agree to the IRS's SFR assessment. I would say 95 times out of 100, you'll probably end up with a lower tax liability by filing those returns. It's usually the effect is less pronounced with a W-2 employee than it is for someone who's on 1099. Because a person who's on 1099, the IRS calculates those SFR returns based on the gross 1099 income. Right? And without taking into account all your business deductions against that 1099. When you're on W-2, it's just your W-2 is your W-2, right? Any deductions against it or anything that was taken out pre-tax would already be reflected on that W-2, and the IRS would have already taken into account on the SFR. So the difference is usually between you filing your own return, the IRS's SFR is usually less pronounced with W-2 folks. But nevertheless, there could be things like, the IRS is taking standard deduction for you and you itemize. Right? Or it could be you have dependents living with you. The IRS isn't giving you any credit for those dependents on the SFR, either the credit for other dependents or the child tax credit. Maybe you bought an electric vehicle and you qualify for credit on that. Yeah, it's just, there's so many things. Your filing status, right? Your filing status. If the IRS thinks you're unmarried, it's going to assign single filing status rather than put the potentially more advantageous head of household filing status. If you're married, the IRS is going to do your SFR based on married filing separately filing status. Okay, it's not going to do married filing joint on an SFR, right? So sometimes some people they're married and they're W-2 and they get an SFR for the W-2 income, and let's say their spouse either doesn't earn income or makes a lot less than them. Well, if they file jointly, they could almost cut that tax liability in half just by filing the original return jointly, right? So, I would say, look, you want to make darn sure that if you want to avoid going through the trouble of filing all these old years of returns and just signing off on the SFR, you better make sure that would actually benefit you, okay? Another thing here is the assessment statute actually never starts running just based on an SFR. When you file a return, the IRS generally has 3 years from the date you file that return to audit you. It could be 6 years. The statute can run indefinitely for fraud. There's exceptions to that, but it's generally 3 years, okay? The IRS filing an SFR does not start the assessment statute. The assessment based on the SFR starts the 10-year collection statute, but the assessment statute never starts running until you actually file an original return. In this case, the return to replace the SFR. So this means that theoretically in the future, if the IRS uses AI to discover you actually made more income than was reported on the W-2 or something like this, you had a side hustle or something that wasn't reported, they could actually theoretically go back to this year indefinitely in the future. Will they? Likely not, but you never know. Technology is really changing things right now. So I would say, no, you don't need to file those years. You can just agree to the IRS's SFRs, but should you file those other years, or should you at least really, at least look into it to see if it would be advantageous to you to file those other years? Yes, I would say you should, and you might save yourself a bit of money there. There's kind of a theory here that I wouldn't say it's fringe, but there's a theory that some tax professionals have, which is, if you're going for an offer and compromise, sometimes you want that balance to be higher. Right, because then it looks more like it looks more likely that you're unable to pay the balance, right, based on your reasonable collection potentially calculated in your offer and compromise. Therefore, leave the SFRs if you're going to deal with them in an OIC anyway. Okay, sure, I can see some merit to that. Fine, right? But what if the OIC doesn't go through, right? Okay, and what if you don't qualify for hardship at all, right? And let's say you even get into a PPI or a CNC, but then your fortunes change, and then down the line you move to a full pay. Well, it'd be nice to do a full pay and a lower balance, right? So, yeah, I would say no. You don't. To answer your question directly, you don't need to file those other years, but it may be in your best interest to. I would, of course, recommend that you look into that. And I know some folks who can look into that. Yes, it's true. Folks, if you owe the IRS at least $10,000 or more in back taxes, or you have multiple years of unfiled tax returns, whether or not the IRS has already done an SFR on them or not, you qualify for a free consultation with us here at Choice Tax Relief. Just give us a call, 866-8000-TAX, or you can use a link in the description below to book a free consultation with us. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next video, and let's throw out some other videos here about IRS SFRs, substitute for returns here on the left-hand side of the screen. Thanks so much for watching. See you all in the next video. Bye-bye.